Hey all, I'm Apurva and welcome back to Videsified. Today, we are going to talk about how you can get a job in the USA from your home country itself. This is one of the most asked questions on our channel and a dream for many people because of the attractive salaries, great work culture and advanced technologies that US offers. So I'm sure most of us might have thought about working in the USA at some point. So in today's video, we will discuss about what type of jobs you can do in the US, how to get them and what are the visa requirements. So let's get to it. But before that, if you find our content helpful, then please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your every like, comment and subscription really motivates us to keep making these useful videos. So subscribe to our channel and press that bell icon right now. First of all, let me clear one thing. If you are thinking to come to USA to work as a taxi driver or restaurant worker or a construction worker, then it is almost impossible to do that nowadays. Like you might be thinking that people go to Kuwait or Arab countries for work all the time, and in the same way you can also go to USA. It used to be the case 30 to 40 years back, like in 1980s or 90s, but not anymore. USA has so many migrant workers from Mexico, India and many other countries already that it is almost impossible to follow the same route now. If you have some relatives or friends that own big businesses here, then that would be a different story altogether. So if you don't have a millionaire family, how can you come to USA to work? Luckily, there are a few different ways and we are going to talk about each one of them in this video. So let's begin. So the first option is coming to the US on a student visa. You can come on F1, J1 or M1 visa, pursue your interested course like a bachelor's, master's or a PhD degree and then start working here. You can work on CPT while you are still studying and then use OPT for 1 year or STEM OPT for total 3 years to work after you graduate. We have done so many videos on how to study in the US and interviewed so many people on how did they find their jobs. So if you're considering this option, then you should watch those videos. The student option is not for everyone, because it takes at least a couple of years time to complete the course and then you also have to pay the tuition fee like $30,000 to $40,000, the living expenses and whatnot. So you should consider this option only if you have the motivation and money to pursue higher education. If not, then you should look for options that are just for working in the US like H1B or L1. H1B is one of the most popular work visas in the US and it is mainly for the specialty work, which means jobs like software engineers, doctors, mechanical engineers, accountants, nurses, etc. We have talked about what is specialty work and who are eligible for that in this video, so please watch it if you haven't already. In a nutshell, you need to have at least 16 years of education in that field and relevant work experience to qualify for the job. Then your company can apply for your H1B visa. Now, how do you find these jobs or employers that sponsor H1B for you? The H1B visas can be sponsored by only those companies that have offices in the US. So one option is finding a company that has offices in both your home country and the US. Like if you're talking about India, you can find companies like Facebook, Amazon, Google that are US based but also have offices in India. Or TCS, Infosys, Wipro that are Indian companies but also have offices in the US. You can find jobs in these companies and get opportunities to be transferred to the US offices. They can send you on H1B or if you are in a managerial position, they can send you on L1 visa. These opportunities can be for short term or long term based on the company and the position. Another option is finding US local companies and directly applying to them. Like you can search for companies in California, New York, Texas or any other location of your choice and apply to their jobs from your home country itself. You can find these jobs on LinkedIn, Indeed or any other job board and submit your application. Sounds simple, right? But there are multiple issues with this approach. First one is that the company you are applying to should be willing to sponsor your H1B visa. If they are not ready for sponsoring, then you cannot come to US and work for them. So how do you find the companies that sponsor? You can use myvisajobs.com and search for employers. Or LinkedIn and Indeed like job boards also have a feature to filter the employers based on this criteria. Most of the times, the job descriptions would also mention if they can sponsor for that position or not. So first tip is only apply to those companies and positions that are willing to sponsor the H1B visa for you. The next hurdle is timeline. We all know that to get H1B visa, you need to go through a lottery that happens at the end of March every year. We explained how H1B lottery works in this video, so please watch it if you haven't yet. To register for the March lottery, you need to get the job at least 1 to 2 months in advance. Your company will submit a registration at the beginning of March, and if you get picked in the lottery, then USCIS will review and approve your case. If it gets approved, then you have to attend an interview to get your H1B visa stamped. And then you can start working in the US from October 1st of that year. This October 1st date is common for everyone. You cannot start prior to that even if you get approved earlier. So if you see, this entire process takes around 9 to 12 months from the time you get the job till you start working for them. And finding a company that can wait for a year for you to join them is very difficult. Let's say you found someone who can wait for you. Even then, it is uncertain because of the lottery chances. Every year, more than 300,000 applications are submitted, and US has only 85,000 H1B visas, out of which 20,000 are for students who did masters or PhD from US universities. So if you're applying from your home country, then you have 20% or less chance of getting selected in the lottery. If you're not selected, then you will have to wait until next year. And that is why this option is very difficult, and the first option of finding a company that exists in both your home country and the US is better, because then you can start working with them in your home country whenever you get the job and try for H1B in the March season. If you don't get the visa this time, then you can try for the next year while still working with the company, so you're not losing much. Another way to overcome this lottery hurdle is applying for CAP exempt employers. Universities, research institutes, and non-profit organizations are exempted from the 85,000 H1B visa cap. So if your employer is qualified as CAP exempt, then you don't have to go through the lottery, and that will improve your chances greatly. Since there is no need for the lottery, USCIS can directly review and approve your petition. However, your employment start date is October 1st like everyone else. Sometimes you can come to the US and work on J1 visa and then convert it to H1B later too. So overall, if you are interested to work in research, this is a great opportunity. Another way is marrying someone who has H1B visa already approved. This may sound funny, but thousands of people work every year on H4 EAD. You can come on the dependent H4 visa and apply for the H4 EAD. One good thing about the H4 EAD is that it is not tied to any single employer. So you can switch the employers easily, unlike the H1B visa. But your H4 EAD validity would be only until your spouse's H1B visa is valid. I'm not going to go into too much detail into this due to lack of time, but if you want to know more about the H4 visa and the EAD, then you can watch this video. So these are some of the ways that you can come to US to work and start your new life. There are a few more visa types like the E-visa, P-visa, O and R visas, but for this video, I am not going to discuss about them since they are very limited in scope. I am sure you won't find all this information researched and curated to help you like this anywhere else. So if you like this video, then please subscribe to our channel to encourage us. Like this video and share it with your friends and family who can get benefited with this information. And if you have any more questions, then you can ask us in the comment section below. We will reply and make more videos answering all your questions. See you next Wednesday. Until then, take care, keep learning. Bye-bye.